What is going on, guys? Jose here. Today we are going to be looking at the top 10 mistakes that I see people making in Fall Guys all the time. If you watch this whole video, you're going to qualify more often and you're going to win more crowns. Before we get started, if you are new to the channel, hit that sub button for me. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so the first mistake that I see people making all the time is not diving on seesaw. When the seesaw is really tilted, you need to dive because you're going to be able to get up faster. If you just jump, you're going to fall off most of the time when the seesaw is really tilted, so you need to dive. The second mistake I see is chasing tails. I see people just running after people with tails all the time, and that's not what you want to do. You're not faster than them, and most of the time you're never going to catch them. You want to get the people who are coming in the opposite direction, running towards you, and then grab their tails. And you can do this in all of the tails game modes. The next mistake is just being too close to others. This is especially important in rollout and then also block party, because the way you're going to get eliminated on these ones most of the time is just bumping into people, falling off. But if you're not near people, that's not going to happen, so just keep your distance, stay away from others. I know this can be hard sometimes, but trust me, it's going to make a big difference in these game modes. The fourth mistake is not having a goalie when you're playing fall ball. You always want to have somebody hanging back and defending because you don't want to let in any easy goals. Sometimes you're going to have more than one goalie, and that's totally fine because sometimes two balls are going to be coming on different sides and you need two people to be able to save them. I know everybody just wants to be up front and be the person to score the goals because that's probably more fun, but just trust me, have a goalie, it'll make a big difference. This next one I see every single time I play HEX-A-GONE. You don't need to run on HEX-A-GONE. I know it's tempting, especially at the beginning, to just run around, but other people are going to do it. Just ignore them and just try to stay to yourself and just jump nice and slow. Sometimes people are going to run into you, and that's fine. Don't get discouraged. Just stick to the strategy and just keep jumping. Mistake number 6 is using the middle on WHIRLYGIG. Now I know obviously it's faster if you make it through, but most of the time you're not going to be able to make it through, and half the time you're going to get knocked off the map and have to spawn back in. So just go to the right. This level's easy enough to where you're going to have plenty of time to be able to qualify if you just go to the right or the left instead of the middle. This next mistake is on DoorDash, and that's trying doors first. On this one, I know everybody wants to be the hero and jump through and find the door, but half the time you're going to find the fake door and then you're going to get knocked down and you're not going to be able to catch back up to everybody. So just try to stay sort of towards the front middle of the pack and let everybody else find the doors and just follow them. Now number 8 is pretty similar to the last one, and that's guessing tiles on tiptoe. Especially once you start getting towards the middle area, you just want to wait for other people to discover those new tiles and make sure you're at the front so that as soon as those last tiles get discovered, you can easily just run and jump to the finish line. Mistake number 9 is running towards the open gates on gate crash. I see this all the time. As soon as a gate goes down, somebody starts running towards it, and by the time they get to it, it's closed. So what you want to do is the opposite. Run towards a gate when it's closed so that by the time you get to it, it'll be open and you can jump over it. This is especially important at the end when you're making that final jump. Aim towards the gate when it's closed, and by the time you get to it, it'll be open and you can jump over it easily. Alright, so the 10th and final mistake is by far the most painful to watch, and that's jumping too early for the crown on Fall Mountain. You gotta wait for it to come down or else you're just gonna go under it, you're not gonna be able to grab it. So just wait for it to come down before you grab it. And that is gonna do it for today's video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope these tips helped. Avoid these mistakes and you'll qualify more often and win more crowns. Be sure to tune in next time for another Fall Guys video.